Hey friends, welcome to 2021. I've had a nice couple of weeks off. Thank you for letting me take this time to not have to worry about uploading and filming because I've been looking at places to live. Josh and I have been looking at some houses, some things, so hopefully I'll be moving in the next month and a half or so, wish me luck on that journey. Before we get into today's video, because today's video is going to be an anti-haul and I'm very excited about it because I have some things that I have thoughts about. I'm not gonna turn this into a thing because I'm not jacking Hannah's thing, but Hannah got me this candle for our Secret Santa. She got me for Secret Santa, and today's candle of the day smells like the fall of capitalism from Flicka Candles. Yeah, Flicka Candles. It's a brand out of California, and they're on Etsy. So Hannah really knows me so well. She got me this candle. Honestly, it smells like Christmas. I don't know what technically the fall of capitalism should smell like, but you know, I like it. I like it. Thank you, Hannah. I just thought that'd be funny to add at the beginning of this video because we're in a new year. New year, not new me, because today's video is going to be an anti-haul, and I have collected a series of things. I've had y'all send me some stuff because brands couldn't take a few weeks off in the nonsense. They had to just jump right into 2021 with some of the dumbest things that I've seen in a long time. So we're gonna get to that. And I know you know which one I'm talking about, but we're saving that for last because I have so many thoughts. If you are new to anti-hauls, anti-hauls are a series of video that was originally popularized by Kimberly Clark here on YouTube. Kimberly doesn't upload regularly anymore, but Kimberly is also a drag queen, an activist, a performer, and started this series several years ago as a way to counteract the rampant consumerism that pervades and is just everywhere on the internet, especially YouTube, within the makeup community. So it was just a way to be a little hyperbolic foil to that, and just to have a laugh and roast some products and, have a little fun, being a little salty. So that's what this video is. Colourpop.
What's up?
Back at it again. I have how many things from Colourpop? Actually, only three things from Colourpop. I had to count. I was like, how many Colourpop products? We're gonna start with this collection of 5-pan palettes, the Love Struck 5-pan palettes. First of all, I think the packaging looks very ugly. It looks like Claire's makeup, just saying. But I do have to address, I had a lot of people mentioning on Twitter and on Instagram, and I saw a lot of people being like,
oh my god, they jacked the design from Natasha Denona.
Natasha Denona does not own 5-pan palettes. That's kind of a weird criticism to be like, oh my god, they stole Natasha Denona's theme design. It's just a 5-pan that's this way. That's it. That's the only thing. That's the only similarity technically. I guess the other similarity is that I don't need these, but they are cheaper. This collection from Colourpop feels like something that it would have been either them going down the route of doing these 9-pan monochromatic things or a 5-pan like this. I don't dislike this. I do not dislike the idea of a little 5-pan thing because I like small color stories. I love quads, I love 6-pans, I love 9-pans, I love little color stories. But this feels like they're just taking the 9-pans, which are already inexpensive and not that large, and then just making them even smaller, just to be like, oh, this is a different palette. No, it's not, Colourpop. These are carbon copy color stories from larger things, just made tinier. It just feels like a weird choice. And it probably is kind of jumping on the bandwagon of Natasha Denona 5-pans, but don't say that Colourpop stole that, because it's a tale as old as time. 5-pan straight across palettes are not a new concept. So I don't need these, but not for that reason. This is not a bad idea, but it just feels like a weird afterthought after they've released 4 dozen 9-pan palettes that look so similar so often, which we're gonna get into shortly. It just looks very makeup I would have bought when I was 16 or 14, but I didn't wear makeup in high school. So if I was wearing makeup in high school, I would probably want one of these. But I'm not in high school. I am twice the age of a high school student. Yep, That's where we're at. Okay, next. Okay. Let's take a slight shift to skincare and this Ulla Henriksen. This is personal preference. This is just personal preference. They released a lemonade smoothing scrub, a refreshing exfoliating scrub that quickly and visibly retexturizes, polishes, retexturizes sounds like a scary word when it comes to skin, and reduces the size of pores. No, it doesn't. No scrub, it doesn't reduce the size of pores. It will help exfoliate the dead skin off the top layer. Anything that says it reduces the size of a pore, you can't make your pores smaller because the pore is shaped like this. So what it does is it'll like exfoliate and scrape off that top layer, which is the widest layer, the widest part of the pore. So it will like reduce the appearance of them, but it doesn't make a pore smaller. You can't make your pores smaller. The scrub does double duty to reveal instantly smoother skin through both chemical and physical exfoliation. Something about the idea of a chemical and physical exfoliant on the face freaks me out because I only use chemical exfoliants because I have very sensitive dry skin. Physical exfoliation annoys my skin. I have eczematic skin that is sensitive, easily irritated. So with high potency AHAs, it helps dissolve the glue, keeping dead skin cells hanging on even after they've overstayed their welcome and reduce the look of pores. Okay, reduce the look of pores. There you go. That's some actual verbiage that makes sense. And with ultra-fine sugar exfoliants, the skin smoother provides thorough yet gentle exfoliation action to sweep rough skin away. It's $32. Looking at the images, it doesn't look like the tiniest pieces of sugar. Like that actually kind of looks like sugar, but it's AHAs, so chemical exfoliants with AHAs, and then mechanical exfoliants, which are physical exfoliants, sugar, lemon, and silica, lemon peel, ultrafine sugar exfoliate, lemon enzyme, and glycolic and lactic acid. That is so much exfoliation on your face. Having glycolic and lactic acid, that's already a lot. Like 10% glycolic and lactic, that's already a lot. And then to have lemon, to have citrus on your face. And I realize that like, this isn't just like making your own exfoliant with like lemon juice and sugar. It's different. It's like skincare formulated. And then they recommend using it 2 to 3 times a week. That just feels like it would just be too much exfoliation all at once. Like either give me a chemical exfoliant or a physical exfoliant. One of the top comments is Hiram would have a damn aneurysm at this. Oh, I can feel my skin burning already. I can feel my skin burning already. I beg you, if you have sensitive skin, do not buy something that has all of this in it. Get a lactic acid chemical exfoliant. I use the Ordinary's 10% lactic acid and it's good. I like it. It doesn't smell like anything, except sometimes it smells like printer cartridges. It's just the chemical smell. That is not for me, ma'am, Ulla. Not for me, Ulla. Next, more skincare. Colourpop! Colourpop! I've been seeing like a handful of brands come out with these like really lightweight body lotion type things, which seems weird for the winter time. But Colourpop, or Fourth Ray Beauty, which is Colourpop, they have their new body milks. And like the actual imagery and like the branding people are like... In a bunch of the comments, people like,
it's the forbidden smoothie.
Like they want to drink it because it looks very cute. One thing you can say about Colourpop and Fourth Ray Beauty, they get the packaging down. Okay, they're cute. This is very tempting. They have white peach, pink grapefruit, avocado, and coconut. So like all lovely smells. For the wintertime, I want like a thick body lotion. I want like something that I have to like dig out. Like I don't want like a little like milky eggnog body milk for my body, because like I get dry and I want something that's going to like lock in moisture that are just like thick, rich. Give me body butters. I want shea butter. I want cocoa butter. I want olive oil. I want all the oils and all the butters on my skin. I don't want any lightweight milky body lotions. Not a fan. But this doesn't feel like a winter release. It feels like a weird time. Let's just get through all the skincare. Damn it. Morphe 2. Morphe Light. Morphe for the TikTok teens. Morphe 2 new skincare line. Say hello to clean ingredients and super effective formulas that make skincare simple. I beg to differ. I don't know if I can trust Morphe to have super effective formulas that make skincare simple. Cleanser, detox face mask. What does that mean? What is it made out of? I don't know what it's made out of. Detox? Does it have Rasul mud in it? Does it have like a thick ass mud that you put on your face and it pulls stuff out of your face? moisturizer, Lippy Lullaby lip mask, and then a face mist. It looks like Clinique packaging, I won't lie, it looks like Clinique packaging, so like the packaging itself is cute, but I don't trust Morphe for skincare. Like, don't buy skincare from Morphe. They're some of the least trustworthy people, so let's not trust them with our skincare. Okay, somebody sent me this on Instagram, they tagged me in this, from no, it's not on Beauty Bay, it's sold on Beauty Bay, but it's from Unicorn Cosmetics, and it is their Wicked palette, Wicked eyeshadow palette. I love the name. I don't necessarily get Wicked from the actual like colors, but the thing that truly grinds my gears is the way that they've laid out this palette, where they have the 5 large pans on the top and the 5 large pans on the bottom, and then 2 rows of 4 pans, but each pan is split up into 2. What was the point of that? What's the point of packaging like this? Why? There's even like duplicate colors. Like, even looking in here, I was like, there's 2 of that green, there's 2 of that navy color. It's not ridiculously expensive. I think it's only like $30. 30 pounds. Okay, so that's like $40, I think. So like for the size, it's not overly priced. I don't know anything really about the formula of this brand. So all the big pans are matte, which I can see making sense because you tend to use more of a matte eyeshadow than a shimmer, just depending on what your like makeup habits are. But why put the shimmers with a matte in like a I don't know. Like, eyeshadow duo is good. Like, I like the idea of an eyeshadow duo, but an eyeshadow duo within a palette with other eyeshadows that are twice the size, why? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't need it. Next, Colourpop's back, baby. I swear to God, when I saw this palette, I was like, wait, did they just like take another palette and then put it in a new container, like a new box? Because this wine and only, Colourpop, you're getting to benefit levels of puns, and I'm not here for it. Stop it. Also, they have, what is it, a Super Shock Shadow Duo Somal Yay? I hate it. While on the surface, this palette, not ugly. Whenever I talk shit about Colourpop palettes, I'm usually not saying that they're ugly. And the quality is not bad. They're almost always the same kind of colors. They don't go deep enough. They don't match the theme a lot of times. Like, they have this new orange one that's like a poppy one, and the orange is like a sad, like terracotta. Like, it's not even like a poppy orange. But this wine palette, I instantly started coming up with other colors. And like, my sister loves wine, so I showed her this and she was just like, why? Why did they choose to do this? It's just not good. It looks like another mauve palette that they put out like a year ago. The fact that the packaging itself, again, it's an issue I have with a lot of brands. The fact that the packaging is more vibrant than the actual colors, don't do that. You're only making your own shades look worse when you put it in a plastic packaging that's like brighter and prettier than the colors inside. The prettiest part of a makeup palette should be the eyeshadows, not the packaging. They took the laziest route to do a wine themed palette. I will be making my own wine themed palette in another video later this week. We're going to be photoshopping and redesigning more palettes. This is on the list. They could have done like a beautiful like Chardonnay, like a straight up kind of yellowy greeny tone champagne color, straight up champagne, that's wine. It's like this whole palette is for ladies who just drink rosé at brunch. And there's not like a deep Merlot, purpley color. They could have had green, because green grapes, vines. They could have done so many things with wine, and yet they did the laziest thing that they could have done. It's like they made a bunch of colors like 5 years ago, and then they've just been putting different combinations of colors in palettes ever since then. Next, BH Cosmetics. BH has had a rocky road. Oh no, I want ice cream. BH Cosmetics, I feel like has some palettes that are so good and some palettes that are so very bad. I love my Zodiac palette. I have the Zodiac 1. I think it's great. I think the quality is good. I think it's very big. I don't use it a lot because it is so big, but it's good. And I've heard from other people that some of their eyeshadow palettes are so good and then some are so bad. A couple years ago, they did the kind of mini Zodiac things where each Zodiac sign got its own little mini palette. They were all a little bit underwhelming from what I remember. And this year, they're starting on a new kind of series, and turning it on its head and doing birthstones, which isn't a bad idea. Like, that's actually kind of a cool idea to take each month and have like a small little color story that's devoted to the birthstone that month. I'm Emerald because I was born in May, and this month is Garnet for January. And when I saw this palette, I was like, here we go again. Here we go again. The color story is not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's not something that I see very regularly, so that's a plus. And I hate when palettes that are this small use one of the like few spaces they have in a palette to do a light cream like this. You know, like it just feels like a cop-out. The thing that truly threw me off, the packaging is some of the ugliest packaging I have seen in such a long time. I saw this and I was like, I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. The packaging is so ugly. The typography, my graphic design brain exploded. This looks like a first draft of like an infographic of like a high school newspaper who hasn't fully downloaded all the fonts for Adobe Photoshop. They have like half of the fonts downloaded, and this is like a placeholder. This looks like a placeholder headline for an infographic for a high school newspaper. I know that's a very specific thing, but I have a lot of experience with it. I was on the newspaper for 3 years in high school and 3 years in college. It looks phoned in. The possibilities are so endless, and yet they did this? Why? It's so not cute. I don't know why this one Garnet shade is just huge compared to the other ones. It's not cute, and I don't need it. And I mean, I'm not born in January, so I wasn't the target demographic for this one. Usually I hate when brands put like different shaped palettes, like different shaped pans. But what they could have done is had 9 pans. And then the one in the middle was shaped like a gem. Literally. Take that idea, please. Take it. Run with it, please, somebody. Okay, down to the wire. This next thing is just foundations in general. There's been a handful of brands that have come out with foundations, like powder foundations, liquid foundations. Fenty came out with a powder foundation that like, it looks good. I don't use powder foundation personally. For the people who do, I'm glad that brands are kind of like paying attention to powder foundation as like a viable option now, because I feel like that kind of fell out of fashion for a long time. Personally, right now, I'm solely speaking about right now. I feel like if you can't see a foundation in person, and you can't try it in person, which realistically you can't right now because testers are not, like stores don't have testers. Most stores are closed. Without knowing if a foundation is going to work for you, right now feels like a weird time to buy a new foundation. Rolling a dice and seeing if it's gonna match you feels like a risk that at least I'm not gonna take, and I don't know if y'all want to take it. I don't want it right now.
I saw this product as I was editing and couldn't leave it out because oh my god.
So I'm adding something into my anti-haul. We're doing another anti-haul, you reacting to a product. Okay. When you see this, what do you think that is?
It looks like a coffee maker.
Okay.
It's a coffee maker. YSL coffee maker.
2020 is bringing us innovation. I'm here for it. Say hello to your new create your own lipstick shade device on the go. 3 different lipstick color pods with a velvet cream matte finish. Their liquid comes out at the top of the device for wearers to mix to create your own shade. The top of the Bluetooth enabled device doubles as a compact so people can take it on the go and touch up their color as needed. You can select from the shade wheel, shade match, which creates a shade to complement an outfit or a favorite lipstick color through a photo or shade stylist.
This is so complicated.
Also, look how much it costs.
What? But why?
$299 includes 2 sets of colors in either the red, nude, orange, or fuchsia family.
Who else can tell you what shade matches and complements your skin tone?
Who?
Literally anyone that works at Sephora. Does this look good on me? No. Does this look good on me? Yeah. Like that. What? It doesn't cost you $300 unless you tip well.
Why do you need on the go?
You shouldn't need a battery life for your lipstick. End of story. End of story.
The only thing that should look like a lipstick and has a battery isn't actually lipstick, and it's deceiving.
Yeah, but you won't paid $300 for it.
Nope. Thank you for that reaction, Libby. Why would YSL think that this was a good idea, especially right now? The idea of like, take your weird device to mix up your lipstick on the go. I'm sorry, I'm not taking lipstick with me on the go anywhere. They are saying it'll be officially available in September. Who the fuck is spending $300 to mix your own set of red lipstick? I will watch an infomercial about this at 2 a.m, but I will talk shit about it until the sun comes up because, oh my god, this is the dumb, oh my god, this is stupid and I don't like it and I don't need it. Back to the video. Last but not least, this thing, when I tell you, I almost made an entire video about this. I literally almost sat down the night I saw this and just like went to town on it, but I didn't, and I let myself calm down for a few days. MAC really came out swinging at the beginning of 2021. They're like, we're gonna give you our worst release of the year. We're just gonna get it out of the way. We're gonna give you the worst collaboration of 2021 a week in. Now, you guys know, I love The Sims. I have been playing The Sims a lot since 2020 started. If I could record my playtime hours of The Sims 4 last year, it would be embarrassing. Last year, or 2019, I think, MAC and Sims and EA, MAC and EA, collaborated on essentially having MAC branded makeup in the game. So when you're going through the swatches, when you're going through creating your sim, when you go to the makeup tab, there's some that are labeled MAC. Granted, a lot of them look really weird. So like, I don't know if it's the best representation of MAC as a brand, but MAC never actually like came out, at least as far as I know, like came out with corresponding products when that happened. But they decided to this year. When I looked at it, first off, like I didn't quite get what they were trying to do, but after a couple of days of waiting for like the discourse to like reach its peak on Twitter, it kind of boiled down to MAC and EA coming out with a collaborative palette as like a you can match your sim in the game type thing, where it's like, oh, this is like a neutral palette that you can rock as well as the colors that we have in the game for your sims, which is weird. I gotta commend a brand for like doing something that's a little bit different than what people expected. But usually when you're doing something that's unexpected, it should be better than what people expected. Not like the floor. Like not you pushing the terrain down with the terrain tool in the game and putting it in a basement. Like that is what this collaboration was. It's so bad. It's oh my god. So this palette is a neutral, sad, ashy thing that MAC came out with like 2 years ago with a different name. All of the shade names are the same from what they came out with before. So they didn't bother changing the shade names at all. They didn't bother changing the packaging at all. It's just the unicarton that has the Sims on it. There's nothing on the actual palette itself. It's very small. I mean, I guess it's on brand for EA and being just disappointing, so, you know. I'm always baffled how EA can't get the makeup right in the game because custom content creators make some of the most beautiful makeup in the game and like skin details. Like EA, I get you not wanting to do things that are gonna like overload not the best computers, but at least make eyeshadow look good, guys. Like what the hell? All jokes aside, this is an old MAC palette that they just slapped a Sims logo on a new box and re-promoted it. I have nothing against re-promoting old products. Like, I feel like that's like, if a product was good and it sold well and it was limited edition and you want to bring it back a few years later, I have no problem with that necessarily. But this isn't even a good palette. It's like a sad, small, neutral, like kind of mauve-y, kind of goldy. Like there's no character to it. There's no pizzazz. There's no like oomph. There's nothing exciting about this palette. To have this be a Sims palette, the opportunities and the possibilities MAC had to have a Sims palette and to not have a lime green the color of a plumb bob. Egregious. No. Oh god, this palette was so embarrassingly bad. So it was embarrassing. MAC was like, We're gonna come for your game, Colourpop.
In making terrible collaborations that has nothing to do with the intellectual property that we're collaborating with.
Colors named after the families. You could have had Caliente. You could have had Goth. You could have had Motherlode. You could have had the worlds and the characters and the lore of the game. Gives you so much to work with, and yet they didn't do any of that. You know, like I said, I mean, that's on brand for EA. Am I wrong? No.
You're gonna look at me and you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong? Am I wrong?
Anyway, this palette is so disappointing. It's so disappointing. It's such a blatant cash grab. But I think because Simmers and the Sims community has been disappointed by EA for so long, immediately they saw right through it. They're like, what is this shit? No.
I want a Bella Goth palette. I want a Katrina Caliente palette. Eliza Pancakes, you don't get a palette. Fuck you.
Ugh. Just the possibilities. And they wasted it. Just, it was the most I've laughed at a palette in a long time, though. I was like, this is dumb. This is so dumb. Anyway, so I don't need that, obviously, and I'm gonna be remaking my own version of a Sims palette in a video coming later this week. So yeah, if you have any ideas for eyeshadow names, let me know in the comments down below. Yeah, that's everything I wanted to talk about in today's anti-haul. I got a little silly there at the end, but it's late. For today's song of the day, let's pick a song from my friends, cause I haven't seen them in a year. Okay. Today's song of the day is Personality Proxy by Bad Optics. Some of my buddies that was the only live show that I saw in 2020, almost exactly a year ago from today.
All of our pieces, nameless, formless, gathered over a lifetime of collecting junk, trying to cobble together something that makes sense, to avoid the sad hill among us. How do you define a person? Words, actions, or self-perception? Could you look in the mirror and tell me who you are? And could I ever see it?
I went to a house show with my sister, and I felt very old because it was in the university district, so I was with a lot of college students, and I was like, I feel old and weird. I need to make sure that these 19-year-old girls go home with their friends and not some random boys. I felt like a matriarch, and I was like, I need to protect the teens. That's what happens when you get to be 30 and you end up at house shows with teenagers. You're like,
I just have to protect everybody.
But yeah, Personality Proxy from Bad Optics is today's song of the day. I miss them so much. I miss live music so much. Oh my god. Yeah, let me know in the comments below what are some products that you've anti-hauled recently and stuff that you don't need and that you're not buying. If you like these products, good for you. I'm happy for. If you like products that are coming out right now, if you want to buy these, I can't tell you what to do with your money. So do what you want with your money. I will do what I want with my money. If you needed a little pep talk to not buy some things, I hope this was helpful for you. I'll leave a link to my playlist of 35 anti-hauls that I have made in the last like 3.5 years. That'll be in the description down below. If you're new here and you want to subscribe, we just hit 60,000 at the end of the year. Holy shit! If you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button. Give this video a like if you liked it. And like I said, I have a lot of other anti-hauls that you can watch. Thanks so much to my patrons. I appreciate y'all. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're staying healthy. Stay home, wear your mask, wash your hands. Watch the news sometimes, please. Just stay informed as possible. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye!